Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earlier session, we had looked into the random number generation in Python programming language. And in this session, let's move on to a new topic called functions. So friends, what is a function? Till now we had looked into some of the built-in function which Python already had. Now let's look into some of the user-defined functions which a user can create at any point of time to perform some specific task. So let's look into what are user-defined functions in Python. A user-defined function is a piece of code which does a specific task. It gets executed only when it is called. Only when we call it, it gets executed. As such, the function does not get executed. We can pass parameters to the functions and also receive results from the function. So basically function has got two parts, that is the function definition and the function call. In C programming language we saw that function had three parts, that is function declaration, function definition and function call. But in Python we have only two parts, that is the function definition and the function call. So what are the uses of function? Instead of writing the same code again and again in different parts of the program, we can write it in one particular location and call that program whenever it is required. So we are reusing the same code again and again and avoiding repeatability. And also if we want to modify, if we modify it in one particular location, it will be affect, and when we call from different locations, we need not modify at different parts of the program. It is simply as easy as this. We modify it at one particular location and call that function from different parts. So reusability, and we can avoid repeatability of the code. So these are the main uses of functions. Now let's look into more details on functions. Let's see how to define a function. That is a function definition. Every function should start with a def keyword. So every function should start with def keyword, then followed by a function name. Here show is the function name. And in parentheses we can pass the input parameters or arguments. So here A and B are the arguments, and then within parentheses we are passing the arguments, and it should end with a colon. The function definition should end with a colon. We should make it end with colon because the statements under the function have to be indented to ensure that it's part of a function. In C programming language, we used to have curly braces to identify the start and end of functions. But in Python, we have indentation. So all the statements indented become part of the function definition. And the function can return a value, a single value, or multiple values can be returned in form of a list or tuples. So here my sum equal to a plus b is the statement, that is the function statement. Even return sum is a statement and it is returning something back to the caller function. So this is the function definition. Now this code does not get executed by itself. We have to call it, then only it gets executed. How do we call it? We have to give the function name, and the parenthesis we have to include the arguments. So here, and the return value will be stored in a underscore 1. So return value is equal to call the function, that is show, that is the function name, parenthesis, and input parameters is nothing but a function call. So the code in orange is a function definition and the code in green is nothing but the function call. And one more thing what we need to remember here is the number of arguments in the function call and the function definition should match. If it is 2 over here, it should have it should accept 2 arguments in the function definition as well. So these are some of the main key things which we have to remember while defining a function and while calling a function. So let's look into some code examples of how to write a function without arguments or parameters and without any return value. Let's move on to the Jupyter Notebook, and let me say def show and I'm not accepting any parameters. Df show and then colon. Then I say print I am inside the function. So friends, here we are having a function definition first statement with this, which is def keyword, then the function name show, parenthesis. I am not passing any parameters, so it is an empty parenthesis and ending with a colon. And I am having one statement which is indented, that is print I am inside the function. This function, when I execute, it won't return us anything. It does not return any value. Only when we call the function, we get the output. So this is the function definition. Now let me see how I can call the function. For this, I have to say show and then parenthesis. So when I say this, when I run my code, this is the function call show and then empty parenthesis, as we are not passing anything to the function. When I run this code, I get the output I am inside the function. So we have to call the function to make it executable. Otherwise it is just as it is. We cannot get the output. So this was for function with no arguments, without any arguments and without any return value. Now let's move on to the second code example, wherein it will accept one argument and without any return value. So let me take def show one name. So it is accepting one argument and then colon print hello and then name. Now when I call this, it does not get executed. I have to call the function. So for that I have to specify show one and I'll pass one parameter because it is accepting one parameter over argument over here. So let me pass Sam. So now if I say run, it gives the output hello, and instead of name, the value Sam would be passed to the function definition. So from the function call, the parameter Sam is passed as an input to the function definition. So it prints hello and then Sam. So this was the second code example, wherein a function accepted one argument and did not return any return value. Now let's look into a function with two arguments and without any return value. So for this, let me say def show 2. Let me accept two parameters, that is first name comma last name and then colon. And now let me say print first name plus, it's a concatenation operator, plus last name. Now my function has got two parameters. So in the call statement also I have to pass two parameters. So I say show 2, that is the function name, and I pass two parameters, that is Ram, the value of the parameters, comma Shyam. So now when I run the program, I get the output Ram space and then Shyam. So we got the output Ram space and then Shyam. So here we are passing two parameters to the function and the function is not returning any value. Now in the same function, let my function definition have two parameters, and in the call function I pass only one parameter. So the number of parameters in the function definition and the function call are different. So now when I run the code, I get an error telling missing one required positional argument last name. So it is telling I am not passing the value for the last name. So it is ending up in error. So to rectify this, we have to pass a value for the last name. Now when I run the code, I get the output Ram Shyam. Now let's move on to the fourth type, wherein a function with two arguments accepts two arguments and it returns a return value. So for this, let me say def show 3 a comma b and then colon. This basically I want to subtract two numbers. So let me say difference diff equal to a minus b. Return, so I'm passing a value from the function. So I'm passing difference. So now in my caller function, call statement, function call, I have to declare a variable. So let me say minus is a variable identifier is equal to show 3 10 comma 5. So show 3 accepts two parameters arguments and I am passing two arguments from the function call. And since it has got a return type, to store the return type, we assign a variable. So whatever function returns will be stored in the minus variable. So the identifier, it should follow the rules of identifier for identifying a variable. And now when I run the code, now I say print minus. Now when I run the code, I get the output 5, that is 10 minus 5. So difference is 5 and this difference value will be stored in minus variable. And when I print the variable, 5 gets printed on the console. So now in this case, if I don't give any return type, return value, and now if I say print minus, since nothing is returning from the function, minus will have none value. So when I execute, it will give the value none because the function has not passed any return value. But if I return difference, I get the output as 5. So this is how we can say that the return value is also important in a function function definition. Now let's see another fifth code example, that is function passing a list as a argument. We can pass multiple values in form of a list to the function. So let me say lst1 is equal to apple, orange and grapes. This is my list, and now this is my list. Now I'll pass my list as a parameter to the function definition. So here I'll say, let me name my function as show4, and I'll pass lst1 as the parameter. So here in my definition, function definition, show4, I'll accept the list as food and then colon. Now let me say for I in foot print I. So here what we can see is I'm passing a list show for LST1. So I've declared a list and I'm passing the list to my function which will be stored in foot. So foot now will have the list containing apple, orange and grapes. So for I in foot, it will display apple first, then orange and then grapes. So here we are not getting any return type, we are only passing the list as a parameter. So now when I run the code, I get the output apple, orange and then grapes. So this is how it works in Python, how we can pass a list as a parameter. Now let's accept a list from the function. So for this, show 5, I'm not passing anything to my function, but I'm accepting a list back from the function. So lst2 equal to an empty list. For I in range 1, 5, 1, 6, lst2 dot append I, return lst2. So this is my function definition. Now let me call my function. So it's returning a value, so I have to assign it to a variable. So let me say list underscore 1 equal to show 5 and then parenthesis. I'm not passing any parameters. So now if I say print list underscore 1, I have to get the list with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because range goes from 1 to n minus 1, that is still 6 minus 1, that is 5, and it keeps appending to the list. Initially we have created an empty list and we are appending the values every time to the list, and then I'm passing the list as the parameter. So lst1 underscore 1 will now have the value of the passed list, and when I print lst underscore 1, whatever list has been passed will get printed. So we see the list in this format, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. So we covered various code examples. The first one was function wherein we did not pass any parameter. We passed one parameter, we passed two parameters, we passed a list as a parameter, and we accepted a list as a parameter, and we also saw wherein we passed two values, found the difference, and the difference value was assigned to a variable, and we printed that particular variable. So these are some of the code examples of how we can pass parameters to the function and we can retrieve the value from the function. So hope so friends, it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.